right, let's see if we are live again. We had our technical difficulties with me not having the volume up. That is my bad. Okay, guys, this is a quick overview. The course is done. The final version with the 25, I think it is, backing tracks, the Sweet 16 licks from iMusicAcademy. And for the next 3 days, you can still get it for $16. I would encourage people, almost everyone has purchased the bundle version, which I would think is $10 more or something like that. But you're going to get the final 4 licks that you guys decide in all keys and the bass lines that go with one of the licks. So it can be this one, if you decide, and with this bass line, or it could be Boogie Woogie, or it could be Ray Charles. So anyway, we'll figure that out, but that's with the bundle edition. I want to thank all the people from the Academy who have the PDF. Also, shout out to Bill, to George, to Johnny, to William B., to David S., and then Ian and Carlos got the course today. So thank you guys for doing that. Now, what I wanted to do today, Jeffrey, are we live and good? All right, awesome. Jeffrey, I know I can always count on you, so thank you for letting me know the volume was all messed up last time. So everyone who's watching, I just want you to think of this as a time for me to show you what you can look forward to in this book. And this is for my people who have either purchased the book or you're part of the Academy. It is done. I sent you the copies. You can still get the course if you want to follow the link, but also to people who have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you the course. I'm going to show everybody how to navigate this PDF. And also, if you click on the Google Drive in the description, you can get one of these PDFs. And all it will do is it will say, hey, so-and-so wants the PDF, and I'll go, hey, enjoy the PDF, click, boom, and then you can just download it. And I'll show you which one it is in just a minute, but here's why I'm so excited. Worked really hard. Give a shout out to Queen Vic, who is my partner in crime of going through these PDFs, getting everything like we want it. We did a lot of iterations. I created Latin backing tracks, drums, bass, and U, drums and U, blues shuffle, 4 different tempos on each track, and I'll show you about the tracks in just a minute, but let's go through the PDF. When you first pull it up, it's 16 different licks. I had to do my own 16 bracket challenge of finding 16 of my favorite licks that I feel like teach you the most from all 4 blues volumes of mine. It was very hard to choose 16 licks. Yes, this is in honor of the March Madness. I know we just finished the Sweet 16 and now we're already on the final 4 that's been decided. So it's kind of a fun thing I did sort of last year as well, is just kind of during the month of March, do something fun and a little bit different. But this course, you guys, just for fun, we're voting on how to get these 16 licks down to 8 and then to 4. And the final 4, you're going to get in all keys again. And then the last one, whatever you guys decide is the best lick, we're going to put that with all the different bass lines. So as you pull up your course, is you'll see that you can choose on any of these, and then you have a complete video of all the exercises. Let me first show you the sheet music right here. So as I'm going through these, you see how clean everything is. I show you how to use the fingerings. This is what fingering I want you to use. And also, if you want to go to that particular part of the training, this whole video is 85 minutes long. I click on the timestamp, and it takes you right there. And I would say this is a really popular lick at iMusicAcademy. I love this lick. There's so many things you can do with this lick. It's the 3rd up to the root. So notice that every single lick, every single course PDF that you click on is going to have a link to the training. This 85-minute course is all in order. In other words, let me go back to the PDF. I click the back button and it takes me right back to inside the PDF. So any of these licks I click on and I hit the timestamp, it'll take me to that one, whatever I'm working on. Let's say I want to work on that one right there. So you're using the backing track in that one. So I do a whole training session on that. And as you're going through your PDF, please know that inside this slider, I'm clicking on the slider right here. The slider has all of your licks listed right there, so you can navigate anywhere in the PDF and you'll start to get familiar with where you are in the PDF. It is 85 minutes long. It's very thorough. There's a section at the beginning I need to tell you guys about, is the Oscar Peterson-ish lick that we have at the beginning. There's an extended section in there on trio voicings. Somebody was just asking me today about trio voicings, and within this course, I not only show you, of course, how to lock up the hands with the left hand of doing solo piano, but also I teach you about left hand for trio style piano. And I think that's a really important thing to mention, because we want to be able to play solo piano as well as a trio style. So we have backing tracks that have drums, bass, and you, and so you get to use those trio voicings that go beautifully with this course. All right, so now let's keep going through the course, and let me show you other fun things. All right, so inside, I'm going to hit the back button again. And as you're navigating through here, you're looking at your table of contents. Remember that this will take you to your PDF, right? You see what that did there? All it did is go down to whatever one I click on. Maybe I know about Blues Volume 1 Example 10. Well, it's this one right here, right? And so if I want to watch the lesson, I just click up here at the top, and there you go. You have it'll take you right to the timestamp of that lick, and you watch the training there. If you want to watch the whole video, just literally go back up to this PDF right here, and it says complete video of all exercises.
I could even
and there it is right there. You also have timestamps. I'm going to pause that for just a second. I have my timestamps here that all your backing tracks are listed right here. You see it says C, Blues, Latin, solo, 100 beats per minute, drums, bass, and you. Some of them are just drums and you. Some of them are just blues shuffle at different tempos. So a bunch of backing tracks is something that we added on this particular course. A bunch of playlists for you guys. Okay, so then you go down here and it says C Blues Backing Track Playlist. Let me show you guys about this right here. If you click on this, you can listen to all the backing tracks, but that would take a long time to do. Inside our backing track playlist, you have the entire course, which is 85 minutes long, but you also have a playlist that's unlisted on YouTube that has all of these backing tracks. I think you will find those really helpful. And then I'm going to hit the back button again and then show you a couple more things, and then we'll call this lesson, we'll call it a day and get ready for tomorrow, which is an iMusicAcademy lesson with our all access group. But watch this. Let me show you guys this. Let's say that I want to work on the one that is in the description. It's right here. Now, just to get this lick right here, I actually had to debate over this and a couple different licks, but we decided on this one. So again, if maybe you're not interested in the course, that's absolutely fine. Click on that link in the Google Drive and download that PDF. It'll probably say that you're requesting access to it, and I'll just go, so hey, whatever your name is, Johnny, enjoy the PDF, boom, and you just download it. But there are also links to actually get the course. I had 2 people sign up today, 5 people this last week, and then all of our academies our all access gets the PDF. So we have a lot of people that are starting to go through this PDF, which I'm really happy with. But watch this. Let me show everybody a tip related to this particular lick. This is example 9 in the course, and you say, all right, C7, 1, 3, 5, flat 7 of the C major scale. Easy enough. Now my index finger is going to go up a whole step. And I teach this in the training. You're automatically set up for that lick. Watch this. You see how easy that is? I go index finger up. I know Jeffrey understands what's up with this, right? Jeffrey, you have C, E, G, B flat. Multi-instrumentalist. Jeffrey's been playing a lot of piano lately. C, E, G, B flat. And you go E up to F sharp. And then notice that this lick, by getting set up on that F sharp, it's a triplet, and I'm holding the top note. And I go F and A, my F triad in second inversion, and then I go minor third to major third. So I'm satisfying that idea of wanting some tension and release. So you have this. Now when I go up to F, watch how easy this is. If I say, all right, an F triad is F, A, C, an F7 chord with the flat 7 is F, A, C, E flat, and all I have to do is this. I went up a whole step from A to B, and now I have this. And then I go to the 4 chord of F, which is B flat. There's my B flat in second inversion. And then I go minor third to major third on F. Back to C. And on G, watch what happens here. G, B, D, F, that's a G7. Index finger goes up a whole step, and now I'm perfectly set up for that triplet. F. How about a blues scale to turn things around? One thing I like about this course is when I first did Blues Volume 1, and it had this exercise right here, or maybe this is in Blues Volume 2, I can't remember, but this idea of the C6 lick is so important. And I know that I taught that in the original course on C, F, and G. And I've taught this one lick many times on how to play this in all keys. In fact, because I'm redoing this video, I'm going to give you guys the 1-minute version of what I want you to do with this lick, and then I'm going to tell you how it's different in this particular course in terms of the training. Okay, let me actually go to that lick and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is Blues Volume 1, Exercise 7. So it was in Blues Volume 1, and if I want to watch the training, I'm going to click on the timestamp, and it'll take you right there. You knew I had to put this lick in here. This lick is so versatile. You can start it on so many different beats, 1 and 2 and 3. So what I do in this training session is I tell you not only how to play the lick, but I show you the different ways that you can play the lick. Like I say, you can go up here, ba-da-da-da-da-da, or you can go ba-da-da-da-da, or you can go ba-da-da-da-ba, or so many different things you could do. I could go up the blues scale, or I could come down. So all these different ways that you can turn around the lick. I could start it on the beat, or I could go. So many different ways you can turn around a lick. And I think that is one thing that's really nice about this course, that I took all the licks that I love and I show you all the different ways I like to play the licks and how you can use them in so many different ways. And then I say, oh, well, by the way, this lick can connect to this, that can connect to this, that can connect to this. Right? So many different ways to take these licks and connect to each other, and it really shows you how to use them in an improv kind of session, right? It's not just here's how to play the lick, it's here's how to play it this way, here's how to play it there. So I think that's really nice. Also, another thing that's really nice about this course is I talk about the triads, about how we can turn around and use our triads in our blues playing, and I even do a little hint of how we use these things even in gospel. Triads are so important, and this is sort of a fast overview of why I'm so excited about this course. But I use it in our training all the time. So if you're just now joining us, download the free PDF right here, which is this right here, right? And I just gave you a quick training on that. And I did a video about 10 minutes ago where the volume wasn't loud enough, but I just want to give you guys a reminder from that video that I'm going to delete here in a minute because the volume was too low. But if you want to take this C6 lick and you go C6, you need to be able to play it in different keys. So go up a half step and you have to hammer on your minor third to major third, right? And And what I do is I get up into the keys and I go minor third to major third. So you have a slide key or you have a hammer-on key. And I tell you guys all the time that you're either 1 or 2 fingerings away usually from playing something in all keys. In this case, the minor third to major third slide is so easy because once you get that into your fingers, this idea of 2 to 2, it will become very natural, and it's the same movement from here to here to here, same movement to here and to B flat. The others are your hammer-on keys. This, learning how to do minor third to major third, I'm up into the keys and I go 2, 3. And then for D, again, I'm hammering on minor third to major third. I do 1 major third, finger 4, finger 5, then I open up my hand for that octave. E flat's a slide, so let's just go through this. Slide key, C major. D flat is a hammer-on. D major is a hammer-on. E flat's a slide key. E major is a hammer-on. F is the slide key. F sharp is a hammer-on. G is the slide key. A flat, getting up into the keys, is a hammer-on. A major is a hammer-on. B flat is a slide. B major is a hammer-on. And once again, C is a slide key, which is really nice. Now, I know that this is not a teaching video. If I was doing a teaching video, here's what I would tell you. Spend time in the key of C. It's really important to spend time getting familiar with something. And then after a while, I would say something like, let's get out of our comfort zone. Let's go up and do what I call the up-down approach. And an up-down would be do something that you're comfortable with, and then you're going to go up a half step to D flat. And then you go back to your comfort key, and then you're going to go down eventually to your down. You go up, back to your home key, comfortable, and you go down. Now, you do that for a while in the key of C, where you go up, down, and then you get familiar with that. And then you can start on a different place. Like maybe I go G, and then up, out of my comfort zone, G, comfortable, down a half step. So there are things that I like to teach to get you playing in all keys. And it is really important for me to show you how to play in all keys. Okay, now, I hope you're enjoying this. I am really, really excited. I'm looking forward to waking up tomorrow and there'll be somebody else that has gotten this course for either $16 or the bundle version for $27. Somebody else is going to do it, and maybe a couple of people. But I'm really proud of this PDF. I think you're going to find it crazy helpful. And it's basically me taking my 4 blues volumes, and because of the March Madness and the Sweet 16, it inspired me to do a whole course based on, which I do a March Madness thing every year. But this year, I wanted to take my 16 best licks, things that really work well to teach you about different things. The fact that there's the triad example that shows you different triads and how you can use those in half steps. Remember, there are whole teachings on each one of these. And then the fact that there are these really cool arpeggio exercises in there. There's like a lick and an arpeggio at the same time. And there's the Oscar Peterson type licks. There are all kinds of things in here. But then you have to vote on them. We start tomorrow voting on these, and you're going to get it down to 8 licks and then the 4 licks, which I have to play in all keys for the bundle edition, and then the final version. But I want somebody to click on this description and just say, I want this free download, and I'll send you, which example? It's this one right here. It's in my Google Drive. Now, what's nice about this lick, and I just did the training, I'm going to show you guys, we have more people watching right now. Just know that when you're learning how to transpose in different keys, a lot of times it's a visual kind of thing. In this case, I say 1, 3, 5, flat 7 of the C major, index finger goes up a whole step, and now I'm perfectly set up for what this might seem difficult if you don't understand the visual side of things. So you could say to me any particular key, and I would say, oh, okay, let me show you how to play that. And I wish somebody was in the chat where they would just yell out a key, because I would love to show you this in real time. But let's just say that somebody said, and somebody can yell out a particular key, and let's just say I say A7, 1, 3, 5, flat 7 of the A scale. Index finger goes up a whole step. And then there I'm perfectly set up. And then I go, what's the 4 chord of A? It's D. And then I go minor third to major third. You see how that works? So it doesn't matter what key, we're going to be able to find it. What if it's F sharp? Somebody said, oh, well, can you play an F sharp? Well, all we have to do is go F sharp 7, and I go 1, 3, 5 of F sharp, and then there's this flat 7. Well, how do you find the flat 7 of any scale? Go down a half step, and that gives you the flat 7 note. So watch this. Index finger goes up a whole step, and now I'm here. And then what's the 4 chord of F sharp? It's B. Right? So you see how we're transposing this one idea? Somebody needs to click on that and get that example. Another reason why I want you to have that PDF is I love to show you not only how to play things, but here are the fingerings that I suggest. You can always use your own fingerings, but I do have enough experience, a lot of experience, to at least hopefully show you guys some really nice fingerings to use on this stuff. And then the next thing is you have to understand that as I learn this right here, I go, this shape and this movement is exactly the same up here. Same thing on G, F. So even right there, I did. One thing you'll get out of this course, there are a whole lot of things, is how to connect these things to each other. For days, we could stay right around the C6 idea, right? Or I could go up to flat 7, or I could come down, or I could do this. You see how nice that is that I have this, which is one of the examples. This is one of the examples. This is. It's just so nice to be able to connect all of those together. All right. So when I went through this course and I had 40 licks that I had to choose to get down to 16, I wanted to think about what would give you guys the best sort of in-depth look on how to connect all these ideas together. And so, like, you get a little Oscar Peterson, you get a little, I would call this my Red Garland lick, if I was going to call it something. And then you have these minor third to major third. You have these really nice kind of New Orleans kind of feel licks, these little slide licks that are really nice. So anyway, and then there's some technical exercises from Blues Volume 4 that are really nice. And then there's some old school ideas in here. So some really neat things. All right, let's look at the PDF one more time, and let me know if you have a question. For the next 3 days, you can still get these 16 licks and this whole PDF for like $16, but I'm going to encourage you. I had some people get it today for $16. I'm going to encourage you to spend an extra $10 and get the bundle version. It's well worth it. And we start voting tomorrow, so you have to get these 16 licks down to 8 and then down to 4. All right, here we go. So the table of contents right here. The book is done. It's the final version. Here it is. And I send it out to those who purchased the course, or if you're in the academy. All right, so if you can go right here. It'll take you to the sheet music, to any example you choose. You see what I did there? I just clicked on one of them. And let's say I wanted to do, let's do Blues Volume 2, Example 1. Now this one, I absolutely love this right here, because this has 3 licks in one, but and then does a little Cruella de Vil, and then it does this nice little triplet lick right here, and then it does the enclosure. We've been talking about that a lot lately. Right? 3 licks in one. And then watch on the key of F, same thing on the 4 chord. So I'm doing the same exact patterns on F, and I can do the same thing on the key of G. And the reason that we can do this is because we learn how to, and I go through this in the PDF and the video training. It's 85 minutes long. But watch this. If I'm trying to teach you this lick, I'm not going to teach it to you by saying just play the whole thing like this. No, we're going to take it like this. Lick 1. Get familiar with that. And then the next part is the Cruella de Vil. You have to go 2, 1, 2, 3. And then even right here is the 5th, the flat 7 going to the 4 chord is the way I look at that. So minor third to major third. I mean, even this one idea, I could use this as a blues improv, just the middle part of this lick. On F. So notice how even that, I was turning it around so many different ways just because we can. And then you say the last part of the lick, which is a lot of people, they love this idea of the second inversion triad with the minor third to major third. And this one, I'm not sliding there. I'm going 2, 3, 2, 1 with these fingers right here. Notice is outlining that second inversion triad. And we're talking about holding the top notes. One of the licks in this course, we really talk about the importance of holding the top notes. And that's another thing, is why I chose these 16 licks. Each one of them is going to teach you something important about things like holding the top note. Like when I do all these Oscar Peterson licks and things, there's a reason why I hold those top notes. Even like one of the licks does something like this. And the reason we do this is blues scale, and then it goes like G minor, but it's G minor 11, and then it starts over. So you talk about working the fingers and getting used to holding the top note. This is an exercise, but it's a very melodic kind of thing, right? And you can actually go. Kind of fun there. Now, going back to this lick right here, this is not just a PDF that shows the fingering. It's an 85-minute video. And so if I want to go and use my timestamps, I'm going to click on this right here at the top of this page, and boom, next one. Right there. I'm so glad this lick made it into the course. So we have a couple of things happening. We have the C6 lick. I hope that you guys saw that. We also have in here what I call the Cruella de Vil lick. We do Cruella de Vil, and all this. So it's like you're getting this PDF with this interactive lesson. I love it. I love this new format that we're doing. We keep trying to up our game at iMusicAcademy, and I'm very proud of this. This lick in here is the next one. I didn't. Like, there's a mixture of old school and new school in here. All right, so a couple more things. We're almost done with this. Oh, I love this triad one right here. It's like this. I wish somebody had told me that earlier of how simple that is. If I go to F, I do the same thing. All I'm doing is a half step below my triad. Half step below, triad note. You play these simple things, it's like, why didn't I know that a long time ago? All right, this right here, this lick right here, I show you how to play that all the way up and down the keyboard, but this is so good for transposition, for like really learning the keyboard, the third up to the root. There's your tension and some release there, getting into that flat 7, which I tell you guys all the time. You're not feeling bluesy? Okay, go to that flat 7. Ba-da-da-da-da-dum. Right? What a neat thing to do. So it doesn't matter what key you tell me, I'm going to be able to play that because of this idea of thinking, okay, third of whatever key up to the root, come down, half step, flat 7. Right? There are just certain patterns that you can learn, and I teach you about all that inside the course. There are my triads. I love this section right here. because it's teaching about a C7 and how to harmonize a C7 in terms of triads, second inversion triads. And even from a blues standpoint, I could go. So I go. Yeah, so when we came out with the chorus this last week, I went through everything and I had all these backing tracks, and then it hit me. I needed some C7 backing tracks. I want you guys to be really sitting in the key of C with most of these licks for a long time, so you needed backing tracks that go along with C7, and that's what I did. So I did C7 for Latin, 80 beats, 90 beats, 100, 110, and then for shuffle as well. So that was a neat addition. So we have 24 or 25 backing tracks. There's this lick. Everybody loves this lick. It's nice because once you get it, you can play it in so many different keys. I have some really nice tips for that as well. There are more timestamps here. You can go anywhere in the course that you want to go. There are timestamps up above, but also here. And then if you want the complete video of all exercises, I could even practice here at the top. There you go. It's the full thing. And since we're all just looking at this right now, I need you guys to know that inside this slider here, and I think you can see my mouse here, I'm scrubbing through the video. It shows the different. Here's what example we're working on. So really you don't even need timestamps if you just want to kind of scrub through the lesson and see what you want to work on. Of course, you can speed everything up or slow it down in this area right here. And the last thing I'll show you is this. If you want to navigate the backing tracks, I'm going to go back up here. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't even know Vicky did that. If you hit these rectangles right here, it'll take you back to the table of contents. All right, so watch this really quickly here. You have C Blues Backing Tracks playlist. Okay, this is really important. You just click on that, and then it'll take you to the unlisted playlist. It has the whole video in here, but maybe you want to work on C Blues Shuffle where it's drums, bass, and you. Let's click on it right now. It won't be in perfect timing for me because I'm from my computer to the internet. We have this like. So if let's say that you wanted to work on this one lick right here, I show you, this is what's different about this go around. When I first did Blues Volume 1, I had all my licks and I loved the course. I loved the way that turned out. So many people bought that. But this go around, I not only show you how to play the licks, but I show you different ways to turn it around. I know I mentioned this earlier, but even this right here, I could go ba-da-da-da-da, I could go ba-da-da-da-da, I could go, or I could go right there. So I'm doing da-da-ba or ba-da-da-da-da. So I could go to the flat 7 and I go finger 4, or I could go. See what I did there? I went 4, 3. So even that lick would go perfect into the Oscar Peterson type things, and there's or this. So I could go from here, I could go here, I could go to here. And so I think in this version of the course, I tried to show you different variations. Like, don't just learn the lick just to be like this, but let's do it different ways. Let's go. Let's do it in different octaves. Let's do it in different keys, all kinds of things like that. So that's what I love about this particular course. All right, so you have your backing tracks. I have one more tip for you, and then I'm going to call it a day. Is this. I want you to, if you're practicing through this PDF, I'm going to pull this up one more time. And what I would do is duplicate the window. So you probably can't see this right now. But it's, yeah, so basically I can open this up where I have two windows, and right now I'm doing it right now. So then I could go to my backing track, and then I'm looking at my sheet music while I'm doing the backing track. And I hope that you understand. So I'm clicking on it right now, and I'm actually going to go down to one of the licks like this. So now I can look at the sheet music while my backing track is going on. And that's really, that's all you need. Like that, to me, that right there makes it all worth it. So that's just a fun little tip that I hope that all access people are using, as well as all the people. So all right, so let me give my shout outs again, because I'm going to send this video out to our iMusic Academy people. All right. Yeah, Jeffrey, hey, thanks for hanging out. Let me make sure if, I don't know if Jeffrey's still on. Oh, what's up, Vance? I don't know. Something got really off with my window there. Let me just get rid of that. There is the poet that lets you know it. Vance is a member of my YouTube community, which I'm super thrilled with. Vance is a really awesome friend and important part of iMusicAcademy. He's the poet that lets you know it. If my sheet music is not right on the screen, which it really wasn't just then, Vance is going to let me know it. And he did. All right. I know you can tell that I'm proud of this course. I am. All right, so a shout out to, let me give my shout outs here, to Bill, who got the course, to George, who got the course. George is always such a big supporter of iMusic Academy. Even though he's a member of Chord Academy, he still always gets my courses. Shout out to George. Thank you, George, for your continued support. Shout out to Johnny. Shout out to William B., who's also a member of Chord Academy. Thank you, William. David S. got the course, and then Ian got the course today, who's also... Ian recently purchased some courses at iMusic Academy. So thank you, Ian, and then thank you... Ian is a member of our YouTube community. So thank you, Ian, for getting the course as well. And then Carlos signed up today. So... really have some awesome support at iMusic Academy, and I'm very proud of this course. If anybody needs this PDF, please don't hesitate to ask me about it, and let's get that to you, okay? All right, let me give my shout outs one more time. The poet, that's right, the poet. Vance is an awesome guy, always hanging out. All right, Jeffrey, thank you for being the most consistent man at iMusic Academy. Vance, thank you for being the poet who will let you know it, and for your support and a part of the YouTube community as well. I'm still waiting for the 8th member of the YouTube community. I'm waiting for that next person to join us. It's a very, very affordable way, like crazy affordable way, and you get all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm waiting for that next person. You can hit join and support the channel that way. That's a fun way to do it. And then if you need the free PDF, click the Google Drive. If you want to get the course, you can still get it for $16. I'm going to encourage you one more time to say get the bundle version, because you're going to love what you get out of that. You get this crazy PDF anyway, and I think you'll enjoy it. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. Vance, I'll see you this week as in the YouTube membership. I put something in there yesterday. I'm trying to think. I can't remember what I put in. Maybe another PDF or some kind of lesson or whatever. But thank you for your support, Jeffrey. Thank you for your support. I'll see you guys this week sometime, hanging out. Have a good one, okay? The next one I'm working on is my my unison course. I'm excited about that. All right, good. You got it. Very good. All right, guys. Have a good one.